The I-Team obtained a never-before-seen interview with a man who says he had a romantic relationship with Aaron Hernandez behind bars.
Kyle Kennedy sat down with the author of a new book about Hernandez and wasn't shy, sharing intimate details about the former New England Patriot, and claims that Aaron Hernandez told him about a fourth killing as well. Here's Chief Investigator Cheryl Fiandaca with that exclusive interview.
Wearing prison scrubs and covered in tattoos, Kyle Kennedy dropped a bombshell about Aaron Hernandez.
We call him Double A, you know, and we got two bodies, like, and I used to tell him, boy, we should call you Triple A. He's like, nah. He's like, 4. You know, we're sitting in something, what you mean 4? And he's like, I got 4 bodies.
Did you believe him?
What we were able to establish is a credible lead that suggests that Aaron Hernandez could have been involved in a 4th murder. If Aaron Hernandez killed 4 people, he was a serial killer.
Dylan Howard is the author of a new book called Aaron Hernandez's Killing Fields. In a jailhouse interview with Howard, Kennedy said he had an intimate relationship with Hernandez in prison.
One day we were locked in the cell, and he's like, just lay down and close your eyes, shut off the light. And he's like, you know, and that's the first time.
How much of a dark secret was this for him to carry around as a burden?
I could tell once he started opening up to me and talking to me every day, I could just see it in his eyes. Like, he was getting happier. He was just being able to confide in someone, something that he couldn't talk to anybody about.
Howard says Kennedy wanted to talk and tell his story.
He was someone who had been denied publicly as Aaron's lover, who he claims had written a 4th suicide letter to him, but that Aaron's lawyer and family prevented him from getting it.
Kennedy says Hernandez confessed to the 2013 Boston double murder that he was later acquitted of.
Basically, you know, he felt disrespected by him. He said they waited down the street in a parking garage for like 3 or 4 hours. They knew what kind of car they were in. And, you know, he told me he'd seen him go by. He pulled up next to him. You know, he meant to kill the one kid in the passenger seat.
He told you in explicit detail how he, in cold blood, murdered 2 people, but he also told you he was prepared to lie before a jury of his peers.
Who comes to prison and wants to admit what they did? You know? I've lied on the stand 100 times.
Kennedy also claims Hernandez told him why he killed Odin Lloyd.
And he was just telling me that was my boy. He's like, he wasn't loyal to me. He didn't, you know, I couldn't trust him.
But Kennedy says Hernandez did trust him.
The media just makes him look like a monster. You know, he's this kid that had everything going for him, you know, and why did he do this?
And that's not the only question that was left unanswered.
No one can answer or explain why he decided to take his own life.
Kennedy, who was put on suicide watch after learning Hernandez hung himself, says he was a tortured soul.
We were together for a while. He just wanted to be real with himself before anyone. He's like, you know, I feel like I'm hiding in my own skin. He wanted to come out and tell the world. He just didn't know how his family would handle it, and that kid had a big heart. He worried about everyone else, like first, you know, worried about what his daughter might think. He had plans on going home. I'm going home soon, you know, or we could be together in the street. What would people say? Would you be able to handle it? That was all new to me.
Since this interview, Kennedy has been released from prison, and Howard is now working on a documentary based on his book. Cheryl Fiandaca, WBZ News.
All right, Cheryl, thank you.